The IRS tax filing season for 2024 officially starts on January 22nd, and here is when you can start filing your taxes. How to file? We'll be going through the important date for the tax season, IRS tax refund calendar, what you can expect when your refunds will be deposited, whether your direct deposit or paper checks, when your tax refund will be arriving, when you can file. In fact, we'll be going through the estimated calendar when you can expect your refund. We have got all the dates when you can expect your direct deposit or paper check, and there are some new reporting changes, threshold changes happening for the 2024 for all the taxpayers. So we need to pay close attention to this one. Earnings from $600 to $5,000 will be also needed to report as per the latest change into the 2024. What kind of impact that will have onto the taxpayers? Obligations for third-party payments like PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, such as Fiverr, Upwork. So how can you get your tax return? How can you get your deposit faster? What is the deadline to file for tax extension? And remember, some states have later tax return deadlines. Also, when you can expect your refund. Today in this video, we'll be going to check out all the details. So let's jump right into all the details. Make sure to hit that like, share this video, subscribe, and let's jump right into it. Alright guys, so let's go through the important dates for the tax season 2024. So right here into the late January, IRS begin the 2024 tax season, commencing to accept and processing the individual 2023 tax returns. The full date is yet to be released, but they'll be starting from the January. Alright then, right here on April 15, there is a national due date for filing 2023 tax returns or requesting an extension for paying owed taxes. Then right here on to the April 17, residents of Massachusetts and Maine have until this date to file their federal tax due to state holidays. And then right here on to the June 17th, there is a deadline for Americans living abroad to file their taxes. Then moving forward on July, there is a deadline for claiming the 2020 tax refund. On October 15, this is the due date for filing for those who are requesting for an extension on their 2023 tax returns. And throughout the year, IRS provides extension in case of a disaster, eligibility for an extension to file your taxes. Those taxes will be granted for those who are generally declared in a disaster areas. In most of the cases, such individuals will automatically receive an extension, but be sure you check it out onto the IRS website. Alright guys, so let's check it out, the IRS tax refund calendar, what you can expect when your refunds will be deposited, whether your direct deposit or paper checks. Alright, so right here onto the based on the date accepted, when your tax refund will be accepted, this is the estimated direct deposit sent and the paper checks mailed. This is based on the previous historic data. So remember, this is a good estimation which will give a clear indication what will happen with your 2024 tax refund. Alright, so those who will file their tax refund between January 22nd to January 27th, 2024, direct deposit should be expected on February 16 and paper checks on February 23rd. Those who file between January 28th to February 3rd can expect direct deposit on February 23rd and paper checks mailed on 1st of the March. Those who file on February 4th to February 10th can expect direct deposit on 1st March and paper checks on 8th of the March. Those who file between February 11th to February 17 can expect their direct deposit on 8th of the March and paper checks on 15th March. Those who file between February 18 to February 24 can expect on March 15 their direct deposit and paper checks on 22nd of the March. Then those who file between February 25th to March 2nd can expect their direct deposit on March 22nd and paper checks on March 29th. Those who file between March 3rd to March 9th can expect direct deposit on March 29th and paper checks on April 5th. For last group of beneficiaries, those who file on March 10th to March 16th can expect direct deposit on April 5th and paper checks on April 12th. Alright, now talking about the standard deduction. Now, generally most people will take standard deduction. If you don't take itemized deduction, then here is the thing. For the tax year 2024, for the filing status single filers, the standard deduction threshold is $13,850 for 2023 standard deduction. For married filing separately, the 2023 standard deduction stands at $13,850. For married filing jointly qualified widower, the threshold is $27,700. For heads of the household, it's $20,800. Now talking about some threshold changes for 2024, well, there are some changes happening right here into the starting in 2024. IRS will be implementing a phase rollout, elevating reporting reporting threshold for freelancers and business owners from earnings from $600 to $5,000 will be also needed to report as per the latest change into the 2024. So what kind of impact that will have onto the taxpayers? Well, individuals who receive more than $5,000 in payments via apps like PayPal in 2024 will receive the 1099-K tax form in early 2025 in order to complete their 2024 tax returns. And talking about the future changes for the 2025 tax year, for 2025 tax year, the reporting threshold is expected to step down to $600 unless IRS introduces additional alterations. Talking about obligations for third-party payments like PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, well, all third-party apps payments including popular ones like PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, Cash App are mandatory to initiate reporting transaction to the IRS in 2024. Talking about extension to other platforms used by freelancers such as Fiverr, Upwork also need to require to begin reporting their transaction, expanding the scope for IRS to oversee comprehensive view of the earnings throughout this year for all the individuals. If you need all the general information how to file your taxes, then you can consult your financial advisor. But here is the cneet.com article which gives out a general information how you can file your taxes, what documents you need, what kind of details, the estimated dates when you can get your tax return. Now, 2024 tax season will begin on January 29, and IRS said that on Monday. That means IRS will begin accepting the processing the tax return on that day. If you'd like to get early, then start submitting your tax return. If you use the tax software to file your taxes, you can start entering all the information you currently have. Then you can also submit your tax paperwork professional before January 29. Note that employers are required to send employees W-2 and 1099 income tax forms by the end of January, so check your mailbox regularly. The official deadline to file your federal tax return is Monday, April 15, 2024, and of course IRS does offer extension in the event of disaster. So now what's the deadline for the tax extension? Well, April 15 is the deadline for tax extension with IRS. Getting an extension doesn't change the payment deadline, it just gives you additional time, October, to complete relevant paperwork. You still have to submit your amount you owe onto the time to avoid any late penalties. Some states have later tax return deadlines, those including these states right over here, and of course 41 states that do most adhere to the April 15 filing deadline. So you need to check out your particular state for this one. Now, when you can expect your return, you can expect it within 21 days if you choose the direct deposit and there are no issues with the your return, then you can expect it within 21 days. And with that being said, I hope you found this video helpful. Make sure to hit that like, share this video, subscribe, and this is Kedar from How to Guess. See you in the next video.